Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Andy Decodes, the 12th Dimension. Sit back and enjoy as we dive deeper down into the rabbit hole.
Hello, welcome to this Friday evening, afternoon, morning, or in somewhere in the world it's Saturday. So welcome, and hello, the top half of Rob's head, and hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining.
Good job.
Oh, there we are.
Good evening. I didn't expect you so soon. I was actually off pondering the mysteries of the universe, as it were. Now, when you bring up going down the proverbial rabbit hole, many of us are left to wonder, why does Amanda Quill hate the late, great Chris Farley? Amanda?
I don't hate him. I never met him, so I just don't find him as funny as other people.
Okay, you're not dodging this one, dear. Do you find him humorous?
No.
Anything he did?
No.
Wow, Andy. Wow, this is tough.
But I don't like.
Where do you go from there?
Well, you could suggest a movie that I could watch that is full of hilarity and
Tommy Boy.
Is that the one on the boat?
There's no one on a boat.
Isn't there one on a boat?
Andy?
No idea.
Pretty sure it was in a different dimension, so I understand.
You're thinking of Beverly Hills Ninja on a boat.
I think you might have made that one up. The only thing I know about Titanic, I've never seen that either.
Oh, Chris Farley was on Titanic? He was the guy with the violin. That was
no. He'd
funny guy.
Yeah. Go on.
That's it. So we've
got. You want to put your camera so we can see you? Hi, Andy.
Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, right, I'll ask you the first question. So, you make dream catchers. You were saying last time you came on.
Yes, I do.
And you also you ship them out around the world.
I do.
Oh,
I do. I do. I do. And I believe it's a little bit cheaper now. I was really doing it around when COVID was in, and it was absolutely ridiculous shipping.
yeah,
So I did have to stop shipping around the world. But I have shipped out to India. I think is my furthest from Canada, and I did a whole
right.
wedding, which was really exciting. So
Cool. I will have to
mhm,
get some off you, so
absolutely.
just waiting to have enough money to do so.
Amanda, do you mean geographic miles or travel time as far
both,
as
both,
furthest distance?
both.
So India, do you remember what part?
Well, I didn't take them there, but it was the hot,
Oh, okay.
warm part where they like left.
Yeah, it's just funny because I filmed two programs there, but enough about me.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Only two, Rob?
Well, I mean, this weren't specials. I did Z News, I did Against Superstition, and I did a news show broadcast thing. But you know, just fantastic food, wonderful people, highly recommended. Andy, I know you're from a lower country as well, like whatever. It's obviously, look, to me, there's America and there's the rest, right? We can all agree on that.
You
Should
seem
we
like
kick?
the kind of
Should
guy
we
that-
kick him off now?
Who?
Nobody, nothing. No one spoke.
All right.
I thought you
It's
were
all
from
good.
Canada.
It's all good. Right. So, do you want me to show you this video?
Yes, yes, I want to see this.
It's only that 8-second clip. So, for those that don't know, did an investigation on Wednesday night. This is part of the hour and 15-minute live stream. So we've got two cameras pointing at a redwood, and the base of it is probably circumference is probably about 15-20 foot round. Like might even be bigger than that. So we've got a K2 meter, well, two K2 meters, one with just the lights on it, and a digital one. So we was asking questions, and this happened.
Oh, it's very quick.
Yes. I'll put it on loop so you can.
Now, is there a reason you were focused on the bottom of the tree?
Not really. We had the meters on there, so I'll just put it up again. I'll leave it on loop. I'll
Okay,
talk
I
through
see
it.
them down there. Yeah, at
So
the
you can
bottom.
see there's one in center middle and there's one bottom right. So the bottom right one is the old, like with the lights on it. Center middle is the digital one.
That's cool. And I'm going to say for two reasons. And leave the picture up while I
Oh,
or
sorry,
the
go
video
on.
up. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So my first thing is obviously trees are very grounding, and a lot of spiritual energy needs to be grounded back to earth. So it is kind of neat that it's down at the bottom of the tree. Maybe that's what you're capturing. Number two, if you look up the tree, you can kind of see Groot's head. I am Groot. You see that? I wish I could.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, and so as soon as you had it on, I was like, of course it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I never seen that.
You'll never unsee it.
No, but where the meters are, that's the top part of the roots, and the roots then come down about another 5 foot to the ground level where we're stood.
Oh wow!
So where we're looking at, that's where the meters are. That's probably about top of chest, shoulders level. And the tree, I reckon the tree is about 80 to 90 foot tall. It is humongous. And it's only a small area. You can walk around it in less than 2 minutes.
I could probably do it in way less than that.
No, I don't think you could, Rob, because you've only just turned 3. I think it'd take you a little bit longer.
Well, okay. Well, number one, the video. Yeah. It's quite obvious to me what's going on here. If you put it up again.
Yep.
Okay, just imagine you can't see it because it's just off camera, but a man's anus on the left side of the screen, talcum powder, poof.
That's
Poof.
it.
Watch this. Poof.
That's it.
So, I mean,
Wasn't he on Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent?
no, but it actually, here's the only thing that, in all seriousness, is that it's, at first I thought it's traveling left to right? Obviously.
Yeah,
that's fine and dandy. But then I noticed that it actually dissipates. It doesn't just stay the same consistency. It's as if the wisp is breaking up in front of the camera. Environmental or paranormal, tough call. But you can see if you watch how thick it is in the left and how thin to the right.
Yeah.
It's fading away as it goes across.
It kind of blinks out.
Mm-hmm.
See, now whenever I get anything on film, everyone else can see it. I can see nothing. I'll be looking on me. People will be circling it. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I can't see anything. So I've ended up bringing a TV upstairs. I've got a 47-inch TV that I've got, so I can zoom right in. And it's only when I do that I can pick anything up, that I can see anything. When I'm using my phone on the normal monitor, can never see anything until I do it on that. Now, whether it's to do with the pixels in the screen and the ratio of when I was filming it, whether that could play part of why I can't see it. But I can never see it when I'm looking on my mobile or on a normal PC monitor. I've got to use it on the TV.
I think you're just bragging about how big your TV is.
Well, no, I mean, Amanda and I, it actually gave me a flashback. We had a 48-inch, Amanda, if you remember, one of the old one we had, it was like 2003. And I mean, they don't even sell 48 inches around here anymore. Like, they'll give them away.
Yeah,
they're for low. They say they're for lowly people. I don't see it that way. That's too judgmental. That's for the man or woman upstairs, but look, everyone's got to watch a small TV unless you're American. So, I think that's what Amanda and I discussed that we wanted everyone to take away tonight was that, America, everything's better. I mean, we can shop it, we can brainstorm it, but like, it's great again. Iaga. Iga.
I think what Rob's trying to say is you don't have to have a ginormous TV to catch paranormal activity.
No, but for me to physically see it, I've had to get a big screen.
It's a number.
You should get bigger glasses.
Pixels. No, it's just a number of pixels.
Yeah. But,
I mean, if you did it in slow motion on a gigantic, screen that breaks it down by the millions, then it would be easy, but none of us can afford it.
My eyesight is horrible, but what I was noticing too is when it was like coming past, well, I guess it would be this way. It seemed to be coming from up and then down, so it's not.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it wasn't coming from the ground per se.
So one of the viewers timestamped it for me. So it was 1 hour 4 minutes 6 seconds. And I even a freeze frame, did frame by frame, 10 seconds before and 10 seconds after on my phone, still couldn't see it. I could not physically see it using my mobile, but it wasn't until I put it on the PC that I could see what was going on. So that's why I did do a screen recording on my phone first, but like I said, I couldn't see it. So that's why I recorded it from the TV screen. It's just, it's strange. Because it kind of like Rob said, it's really dense to start with, then it fades in the middle, then just before it vanishes, it kind of goes thick again.
Yeah, like loses enough that it's not caught in the next frame.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
if you really were bored, you'd have to set up a static camera and leave it running there for hours and hours and hours and see if you picked up anything similar. But yeah, it's a good catch. Definitely
Yeah.
interesting.
So, what's your true thoughts on that, both of you?
I don't see the tree figure, Amanda's lunacy, or
I am Groot.
mean,
We just watched it the other day.
Yeah.
I guess for me, honestly, if I would test things like this, throw it back to this, would I present it on TV as evidence? And the answer is yes.
You would?
You know, yes, I would not say, look, this is going to blow your mind. It's the end all be all.
No.
But it's definitely strange. You know,
Yeah.
if you didn't have time to replicate it, then you're left with, you know, kind of this oddball thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd present it. I'd present it as something odd.
Well, the thing
We've
is,
done
as well,
worse.
yeah, the two cameras. So was that probably about 70 degrees pointing at the tree from each other? So I'm stood at this one, and Ellie, the girl that comes out with me, she stood there. So we're both pointing into the same area, but I cannot find it on my my recording. It's only
I was in a airport in Detroit and really late for my flight, a connecting flight, and Evander Holyfield and his wife came and sat down next to me, and Evander turned to me and asked what the holdup was, and I said that they had announced that they had a delay in a stewardess.
Yeah.
Were you just name dropping there?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that you were sitting by Evander Holyfield's wife.
Evander and his wife were there. Yes.
Yeah. Isn't she one of those Real Housewives? All the Big Deal.
No, I don't believe so.
Weird why you didn't bring it up then.
Sorry to interrupt, Rob. Someone's just reminded me that mist or whatever it was caught when one of the other guys that was out with me, he was asking questions when we was doing the EVP session, well, the EMF session, I should say.
Where was he
I
located?
personally really stray away from EMF detectors outdoors. You're taking something that's really hit or miss if it's involved in the paranormal, and you're opening a floodgate of extra stuff that's going to set it off. At least inside, you have some shielding. Right.
Well, there's another bit to add to this. So I was asking the questions. I was stood about 7-8 foot away from the one with the lights on. The digital one was doing nothing. It just stayed at 0 all the way through. So as I'm asking the questions, you got the second green light, then the yellow, then the orange and the red.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going up. It's going up to the yellow, not quite the orange. So it was doing that when I was asking. Then the other guy, Mez, he took over asking questions while I was concentrating on filming. But he was doing it quietly, and he was stood about 10 foot away from where I was. And then the lights it was like, I actually say on the video, it was like a disco. We've got the lights flashing away. So I got my, about this digital dictaphone. You asked me about it when I bought it.
Yep.
Switched it on. As soon as I pressed record, the light stopped and it just stayed on the single green light. Nothing else happened. And I think it was for about 30, 40 seconds. As soon as I switched it off again, the light started coming back up.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't venture enough knowledge in electromagnetism to say, yes, that sounds like I would venture to guess. I always put it like this, Andy, if I said, look, I'm going to offer you £1 million in funding. Here's all you have to accomplish is replicate that finding, and you keep the rest of the money. I think you would take me up on it, because I think for £1 million in a year's worth of time, you'd be able to replicate.
Eventually, yeah.
Well, you throw in that you're outdoors, depending on what cell phones are going by, how much radio frequency, that's a whole nother story. I mean, Amanda brought up today in the car, as far as paranormal couples go, why does some people take it as like this badge of honor to be like, oh, we made whoopee in this haunted place? Like, why do some people think that's like such a neat thing? And I said to Amanda that, in my opinion, it would be that they're really scared of ghost hunting, so it's like this thrill.
Yeah, thrill seeker.
Yeah, Amanda, what are your
adrenaline
thoughts?
junkies?
Yeah, exactly. Adrenaline junkies are, definitely not doing it for the right reasons. It's bad. I just think the intent is horrible. I didn't even we did discuss that and use why he's laughing. Look at his light anomalies. But
no, I was just.
But we're just discussing
earlier,
how you hear.
What about heavy petting?
Only at a zoo, okay?
You heard it here first. Amanda's into animals.
There's no way I'm going to answer that correctly. So, but yes, I think it's kind of crass, and I think it's uncouth and crass, and don't do it. I actually have had encountered that within a team of mine, which it had to it didn't even occur to me that people were that just tasteless, really, when it comes to you have access to this beautiful location and you're using it for tawdriness. I think it's I don't know, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So
I see what you did there. That's disgusting. I think we all have a bad taste in our mouth now.
I'm saying nothing. I'm just keeping out of this.
Actually, Andy, we have a question in the chat for you. It says,
for me?
Yeah, if you look, Andy, if you were to explore a Ukrainian prison, but you had eaten chili and the bathroom didn't work, what would you do? And that was from Kathleen in Yorkshire.
Okay. So if I was in a Ukraine prison, I was eating chili, and the bathroom didn't work, I'd just wait till I got home.
Oh, there was an addition. She said, who said you were ghost hunting?
I don't know. Please help.
It's just a personal experience, Rob, that you're trying to share with us and don't know how to approach this subject.
It's
on his bucket list. That's where it is.
No, it was just something Amanda said earlier, which I guess she was not prepared to discuss on tonight's show. So, with her dropping the hot mic on me.
Right. I'm just trying to think of a question for you both. What's it? Right. So, obviously, you live together.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do we assume that, or do we ask? I don't know. Huh?
Well, I know you're both in the same house.
Are we?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so dark where I am, and it's like,
oh, look how bright it is.
He is.
Yeah.
Are you up in Chilliwack?
I don't know. Wherever I am, it's getting hot in here. Paranormal couples night.
Yeah, that was paranormal partners, wasn't it?
Oh,
he's all mine, folks.
I'm sorry. We don't want to use the wrong terms.
Right. So, what's it like? Because obviously, you go out investigating together and you live together. what's it like being like 24/7 in a good way?
What do you,
I'm trying to get a high
you're a
five.
good way.
24/7 in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
What are the
great.
good points?
The
Well,
good
no,
way-
it's ironic because that was my high school nickname, 24/7 in a good way. But the Amanda,
the good points is you don't have to explain your day to someone when you go investigate. I was thinking about that earlier today. We already know what happened during the day. We know what happened. We know how each other slept the night before. So it's just kind of like it's pretty fluid. It's like any kind of relationship, working relationship or what not. I also like I'm getting a very keen sense of him as an individual, and like he messes with me all the time. He's always messing with me. So that
I
was
don't
a little
believe
bit
that for one
yeah.
moment.
Yeah. But when he investigates, he doesn't. So it's
Yeah.
kind of neat to investigate with him because then I get to see real Rob for a while. No, just kidding. It's the other way around. But it's just that trust, and I think for myself, I did go through a period where I wasn't trusting the people that I was investigating with, and that was one of the main things that we talked about when we first were together as a couple and investigating as a couple. So it really helped me heal that and like get back to that side of investigating. It's because it doesn't. I was in a place where no matter what anyone said, I was just not believing or I wouldn't give anything to it. And then fast forward to me investigating with someone who, no matter what he says or no matter how outlandish he can be, I completely and utterly trust him. I know that I'm safe with him and I know that he's not going to bullshit me when it comes to the paranormal stuff. Everything else, I know he is going to bullshit me. No, I'm kidding.
Day-to-day stuff. So what?
Amanda, just real quick, knock knock.
Who's there?
Bucket.
Bucket who?
Bucket, because I'm gonna kill this guy and throw him over the railing. He loves that one.
I don't even get it.
I don't know. It only makes sense to her.
It's a Negan joke.
It's a what? Sorry?
It's a Negan joke. It's like a Walking Dead thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
What? How so? I'm sure explaining it would make it funnier.
No. See, Rob's nervous about talking about his real feelings, so he makes knock-knock jokes.
Those are my true feelings.
That's all he's got. Well, have you? So when you got, so do you guys just go out, just a pair of you, and think, tell you what, let's go to do an investigation, just me and you?
We do if we can. And where we are right now, it's not as open,
right?
Location-wise, but we have had one location where Rob will be like, okay, we're investigating tonight. We're doing this tonight. We're doing this experiment tonight. And that's just, you just kind of get thrown into doing it. And then there's other, like, I think I'm more of the planner. So I try to, like, we were supposed to go up to Brushy Mountain this weekend, but unfortunately I got really sick. So we had to call it off. So those are the more things that I will plan. Brushy Mountain's a penitentiary in Tennessee. So he's really good with the, okay, we want to try this. We want to do this. We want to try this new equipment. We're doing it right now. Finish your dinner. We're going. Whereas I'm more of the planner. So we, it's a good balance, but we don't get out as much. We're looking forward to getting back to Vancouver because we have a little backlog right now of investigations that we'll get to. So. And ghost tours.
Cool.
So there, Rob.
Didn't you two start your own YouTube channel? Is that still going?
I don't think he started it yet. Rob, do you want to take away that one?
Well, I had a non-paranormal show. Last week was 1.2 million views in a week. So we're all like, I don't know if Amanda obviously has seen it, but it was kind of similar to the Chicken Wings show, if you've seen it, like where they do a truth or dare.
No. I've
Okay,
never
so
even heard of it.
all right, so you get like a celebrity and you ask them questions as they're eating a bowl of chili.
Right.
And then afterwards they're given like a diuretic. Like people love this stuff. It seems silly to me, but and then if you want to refuse a question, you have to drink 1/3 of the bottle. But you like no matter what, you can't
Of the bottle
use
of what?
the bathroom.
Oh, this is the
Chili
Ukrainian prison situation.
No. It's not about it's about fun, it's about family, it's wholesome with almost a touch of whimsical.
Right.
Do you mean the Hot Wings Challenge, Rob?
No, it's totally
That
different.
is Nelly Kelly. I can read.
It's for the it's if you remember in America, Sunday nights they used to show a Disney movie of the week, and it was a big family moment, wholesome. Kids could get together with their parents and spend some quality time. So if anyone's interested, it's kind of bringing that same feeling back. It's celebrity chili, then they shit, and and that's on YouTube if you guys search it up. It's fun for everyone.
Cool. So what happened what happened to your YouTube channel?
He got cut off. He got torn off the air, off the information highway because
Was it that
he's
bad?
full of chili.
Yeah. No, because when you two, because didn't you put an advert up to say you was going to be starting one on a? Was it on a
we did
Saturday
the
or
post. Yes, we were looking for a camera person, Rob. Rob's being very tight-lipped tonight. It must be that new mustache of his.
Stick on one.
Yeah, so we were looking to find someone who, in the Vancouver area, that does video and editing. So that is something that we're still on the hunt for. We've talked to a few people, which is pretty exciting, and I guess we'll see what comes from that when it comes.
Cool. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we've got a couple of questions for you both.
Okay.
So, first one. Well, this is from Joe, the moderator. What's it like living with Rob, Amanda?
Well,
that's all you need to say.
It's an adventure. Like there's no boring days. Even, I mean, we have a unusual sense of responsibility or just life in general. So it's fun. We have a lot of fun together, and we also we are very involved in things that are quite odd. So it's a good mixture.
It's never a dull moment.
I nailed that one.
Nailed it.
So when you go out when you get the chance to go out and investigate, do you ever get somewhere and then one of you's like, no, I don't want to go in. It's the energy's wrong.
Mm-hmm. I don't personally remember that happening. And this probably goes a little bit with the last question too, is I'm very lucky in the fact that I've always been a bit more of a leader, and I don't have to be like that with Rob. And there are times where maybe it's like a little bit, I've had those moments, and I think one moment that I had was when we were at Waverly, and we were about to go investigate, and he turned to me, and we were getting ready to leave, and he turned to me and asked me if I was ready, and I was like, and we've been together for a while now, I got starstruck. I was like, oh my God, it's Rob from Coldspotters International. He's asking me if I'm ready to go. I was like, what the fuck? I just followed him. And so I didn't even have a chance to be scared. But I've never like really had that kind of, I mean, I have moments where I'm like, oh yeah, like, or I'll see him on TV and it's really exciting, or, you know, but that was really a cool moment because I didn't have that chance to, I just kind of went with it. And he's a very, very good leader. And he puts a lot of his confidence in you. So you're confident no matter what you're doing anyway.
Yeah.
Amanda, just real quick, could you tell us what question you just answered?
Yes. Something, investigation, blah. Do we get scared?
Yeah. That was it. That's what I said. Word for word. Word perfect. All right. Question for Rob. So, with you doing what you do now and how you conduct yourself while doing it, did you learn that through when you was doing Ghost Hunters, or did you already have that prior to doing the TV shows? Was it something that's a natural instinct for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've changed the way I've investigated just because of what got results, but for the most part, it's remained the same, and TV had nothing to do with it. You know, I never thought about like an image. I want to be this guy. I want to be the scared guy, the tough guy. You know, I just got more comfortable in front of the camera. I know that I was watching Amanda on TV. I was flipping through the channels, and there was a Canadian show called Repossessed on, which I hadn't seen yet. And lo and behold, there's Amanda. And Amanda, I don't want to steal your thunder. If you could tell us more about what happened on the show, it seemed quite exciting.
Well, you know, there were just so many episodes. I just can't remember that one. But Haunted Hospitals, I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
It was very exciting. I don't really, it was all such a blur. It was so much fun that I can't recall what happened on that one. But thank you, Rob, for bringing it up. I'll have to rewatch it tonight.
So another question, going back to the TV side of things, I'm trying to avoid this as much as I can because you probably get it asked every day for the rest of your life. But when you're doing this, obviously, because there's a lot of editing and that involved, but when you're doing the filming on TV and everything's happening and it's real, do you forget that you're being filmed and that it is going out on the TV? Are you like in the zone, or are you always conscious of that, like in the back of your mind while it's happening?
A lot of people I've heard for years and years, oh, Rob, you redefine handsome and elegance and sophistication. And it's like, you know what? Are you right? Yes. Do I need to hear it all the time? Maybe. You know, and kind of coming back around to the question, you know, TV's fun.
Yeah.
He never forgets when he's on camera.
No. There's this myth that they talk about like, give it an episode or two and you'll forget they're even there. Or as Amanda always says, what did you say about Ned Flanders?
I don't remember.
Oh, anyway, what you do is you learn to become more of a unit, you know, so your sound, you know who everyone is and what their role is. You know, the one thing that I did is anyone I worked with, I went to everyone in that group and I was like, look, I'm a easygoing guy, but if I catch you faking anything, I'm going to work my butt off to get you fired. And if you come back, I won't be here. And they're all like, cool, I didn't come to fake anything. They weren't like believers or disbelievers. They don't care. They're camera guys or audio guys. It's not their field. So they just thought it was neat, you know. So yeah, you never forget that you're on camera because all it takes is someone to go, hey, Andy, are you getting audio? Sorry about that. Andy, does anyone have eyes on Andy? And then it goes like 15 minutes later, they go, all right, we're good. Go ahead. And that does happen. You know, people are like, no, there was no big camera crew following us around. Of course there was. You know, get that bull stuff out of here. You know, I'd like to ask Amanda a question. This is actually also from the chat room from Roger in Suffolk Field. What is your favorite paranormal show, Amanda?
BuzzFeed Unsolved.
BuzzFeed Unsolved. Has anyone heard of that in the chat?
If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's very funny. It's great.
What channel is it on, Amanda?
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube. I don't know.
Hey.
Yay.
There you go.
What is the name of it? BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Yeah, and I think they have a supernatural and a true crime.
I'm sorry, the second one, I heard supernatural.
True crime.
Sounds neat.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. They're my favorite. So I enjoy that one. Other than that, on TV right now, I don't know too many paranormal shows that I've been watching. So I'm always open to suggestions. I'm not really a big... They are hilarious, yes. But I'm not really a big kind of like sensationalized or fakey TV show. So I do see some of the ones that are coming out, and I can't even get through a full episode.
Another question for both of you. With you doing what you do and what you've done, is it easy for you to then to notice when these TV shows are faking it? Can you pick it up straight away?
Big time.
Really?
5 minutes into paranormal shows, 3 minutes in any other reality show, 5 minutes in, I can tell what you did. I know how you did it. I know all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
And if you go on TV, and keep in mind, I was always honest. I never faked a single thing on TV. I've seen other people do it. You know, I'm not going to say I haven't. You know, it's definitely a weird field because the more you make more money for having more fakery.
Yeah.
And you gain bigger popularity, and so it kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So they come down, you know, a lot of people come down on all shows equally, and it'll drive you nuts. Because you sit there and you say, look, I make a totally honest show, and you guys crapped on the entire show. Oh, they never find anything. Did you ever think about why they didn't? So we're taking not only a huge pay cut, a popularity cut, but now we have the fans complaining we don't find enough ghosts. Come on, man, give us a break. Now, Amanda, on the other hand, like, she's like, all right, I've got a K2 meter, spinning radio, some fishing line, a flashlight with a loose cap.
Cat toys.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Do you use the cat balls? Yeah.
With our kittens. No.
Do you use them when you got investigated? How good are they? 'Cause a lot of people go on about them, and I'm in two minds whether to get any.
I've used them. We have a set here, but yes, we ended up just giving them to our kittens to play with. But I mean, I like the concept, and I like the reason why people use them. I think that it gets a little out of hand because, I mean, if you've ever played with cat balls, they're quite sensitive.
Yeah, I just realised what was said, and that's why Robb's laughing. Oh dear.
In other news, I also, what else do I do use K2 meters and the EMF stuff where Rob doesn't use it so much, but I do tend to more use it for, and I'll be honest, I use it more on the ghost tours or where I'm doing events, and it's something easy for people to get really excited about because they've seen it on TV. So and is that bad? It's not It's not great. It's adding to the experience, right? Because they get to hold that K2. They get to learn a bit about it. But cat balls, yeah, I'll take those out in events. I'll hand it to a person and tell them to walk down the street and tell me when it's going. But it adds to experience, right? So if you're doing this for serious paranormal investigation, and then that's what you're doing. But if you are doing this for a little bit of fun or to showcase what's happening in the paranormal, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Not so much the thrill seeking, but just the entertainment value. Yeah, let people have fun. Like, let people not be too scared. Take this scary thing and make it fun for them. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. We're telling ghost stories. That's an important part of is Rob falling asleep again? It's an important part of paranormal investigation is the storytelling. And I always say that. So yes, I play with cat balls. My name's Amanda Quill and I play with cat balls.
I'm changing the name of the show now. We've got it. It's not Paranormal Partners anymore.
Cat ball. Yeah. Oh, catty ball Quill.
Yeah. So do you prefer digital or the light up K2 meter?
I like the for fun and games, I like the light up one because it's fun.
Yeah.
But I also like that one because I understand how it works and I can explain it a little bit better. The digital ones, you're not too smart for that. No, I'm kidding. But Rob has one who would actually tell you where the energy is coming from as well too. So it's a little bit more, like it'll tell you that. So it depends what I'm doing. Yeah. If I'm out investigating and then I'm not going to be, get me to green, get me to orange.
Yeah. No, because the digital one I've got, you can change the settings so you can pick how much the radiation field and all that, which I don't use because I don't fully understand it. But obviously, if you get a spike, the numbers go up.
And that's so great that you said that because nobody says that. I don't understand this. I don't really understand how this works. But I know that it spikes.
I know what it needs to do for when there's
need to say,
when there's energy and like either this. Where it's glitching or there's an energy field and when it's constant. Yeah. Just trying to think where I've put mine.
Side finder. Deep scan.
I'll grab it in the break and I'll show you. But you can freeze it. You can hold it on the. Excuse me. When you get the spike, there's a button that you can press and it stores it. But there's a lot of stuff on there that I ain't got to play.
Kind of like an SD card or something?
No,
or it just goes right on the unit.
Just on the unit. So I can't remember the make of it. I'll find it in a minute and I'll get ready to show you.
What are you doing, Rob?
Is he all right?
He's never all right.
He's had too much Horlicks.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Cough, cough, cough. We've both been a little bit sick, so we are a little loopy. I'm actually starting to feel a bit better. He's 2 days behind me, but yeah, it's been a...
I was curious how long Andy was going to talk about his unit. You wanted an 8-year-old, but I'm not 8 yet.
No, he's only just turned 3, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, got a couple of questions for you. So this is from Nickname, one of the mods, and she would like to know, have Amanda and Rob anything to share from recent investigations that you can talk about?
Andy?
That's always a fine line. What do we have? We have something, don't we, recently? No? Was that just me? He's cricketing over there.
He's thinking. You can hear the cogs turning.
I don't have anything on hand. Like we've had some pretty cool EVPs. We had a few haunted dolls recently where we did EVP sessions, and then we also use. What is the name of your unit, Rob?
Oh, Tiny Smalls.
Tiny Smalls, the cat balls. No.
No, I've got the perfect ring to
No,
it.
your handheld
In face.
where we did the sessions with the dolls. So we actually got names and we got one asking for help. But he's gonna kill me after because now he's not even gonna tell what is the name of your little handheld unit that logs things. Okay, he's not gonna help me. But yeah,
No.
so I don't have anything on hand and I should have been more prepared, but like I said, we were sick. But
It's
yeah, we
fine.
got some pretty cool EVPs. We had one of the dolls, we got the name Dorothy, and we got
That
the
was the
name
next
Dorothy, and
question.
we got her asking for help, which was really
Oh.
neat. We also had a couple mediums do readings on her, and they both came up with it. She was actually a little girl's doll who was really sick. So whether or not the little girl had passed or not, neither of them were able to tell, but she missed that connection. So it was kind of cool. Other EVPs, we in Savannah, we got some pretty cool. Well, I don't want to say pretty cool because it's sad, but we did get voices of people asking for help or saying that someone was still behind them. It's always. I have to clarify when I say pretty cool. I don't mean, oh, that's so cool, they need help. I mean, that's so cool they were able to reach out and communicate that. So I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I always speak before I think. So yeah. So those are some of
what you
the
mean.
neatest ones that we had. We had one a few in Vancouver, and it was a case where the fellow that whose house we were investigating would already know who was going to come through when I would already know what message they had. And sure enough, we would get the EVP and it would be that person. And like he said, he was very specific of who was in his house and what their relationship to him was. So that actually is going to be on a documentary that's coming out in the future. So I can't say too much about that one, but that one's really cool. That was probably a first for me. That was really neat to see that happening.
Cool.
Rob?
Thank you.
Yes, Amanda.
Do you have any cool evidence to share?
No, I don't have any evidence.
Nothing. What about any, do you have any new cool gadgets or toys?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Using the terminology gadgets or toys is rather condescending and hypocritical on both of your parts, given your chosen hobby. I am finding the tone and topic of this conversation both offensive and elitist.
Do you know that somebody is like tuning in right now? I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
Shame. Maybe this is what passes for etiquette in the UK and Canada, but not in a little place called America, where we still are accepting of each other and love each other for our difference in beliefs.
Wow.
Amazing. He should be president. No, I should never have said that, should I?
Oh, no.
Glasses come off. Right. Do you have any new investigating instruments?
Yes, quite a few.
Are you willing to share and describe any of these?
I've switched a lot more to kind of incorporate the metaphysical side. So if I use different items along with, so for example, there's objects I have that a psychic, may have given intent to that I use along with a voice recorder to see if it affects the quality of EVPs. And then I've just got a room full of strange artifacts that, I dare people to spend time in this room. It's not super healthy given all the things in here. But yeah, I was thinking about it as Amanda was answering the question that does it make a difference, the intonation, not the words you say, but how you say it. So if we do an EVP session, if you had a robot's voice, Amanda's voice, Andy's voice, and my voice, and 3 lucky people from the audience, would we all get the same EVP in response?
I'm guessing no.
So you think it is personality driven? Intent plays a role.
I think it's how you. It's not so much what you ask; it's how you ask it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it is what you ask, because then to get that.
But we all have to work off the same script, right? Otherwise, the questions are different. So the 3 of us have to say, "What is your name?" Are we all going to get John or something close to it? Or is Amanda going to get something totally different, a woman's voice saying a woman's name?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, what if someone's afraid of Americans and doesn't like women? And he's going to get all the hits.
Stuff. First of all, everyone likes women. They got pretty bodies. Second of all, Americans ain't scared of nothing. We love everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
So, Rob, you would get all the answers.
I think we'd get different responses from different, should we say, spirits, entities, whatever you want to call them. Because
Andy, if I could take it one more serious notch, what if you and I ask the same 10 questions, same circumstances, same room, same exact wording?
Yeah.
And then you get 8 out of 10 responses. I score a measly 3. It's a pretty active location. Does that make you better EVP investigator for whatever reason than I am?
No.
But you get more EVPs than me, so if the outcome we're looking for is more EVPs, then you're better than me.
On paper, yeah, but in reality, I'd say who or whatever it is you're communicating with, I don't know, I'm just guessing now, maybe that feels more comfortable speaking to me than it would you for whatever reason, not just because you're American and I'm English. But seriously though, I might be speaking to someone or something different than the one you're communicating with. That's why you're only getting 3 and I'm getting 8.
But what if that happened consistently? Let's give Amanda a chance. Amanda, how many times would that need to happen that you're getting the better EVPs? They're louder, they're clearer, they're in direct correlation to what you asked, and it happens wherever we go. At what point do we say maybe we should just have Amanda concentrate on EVP work?
I don't know. I think it's situational. I get what you're saying, but I do think that I'm better than you. So there's that. But no, I think it's situational. And also, like, what are we using to get these EVPs? What kind of equipment? What kind of questions?
Identical equipment.
Okay.
So we've all got
Just
the same
keep everything as even as possible. Obviously, Andy, if you didn't catch it, Amanda was speaking in jest when she said better than me. We know that there's very few people could even dare to lay claim to such a thing. It's like the old saying goes, there's got to be people better than me. I just haven't met them yet. So I just want to, as we close out the first hour, I just want to say to everyone in the chat and both of you, you too can be Robb D quality someday.
You know what? You should start your own cloning business.
Oh no, I'm happy with the clothing I have now.
I knew we were going to say that. As soon as I said it, he's going to talk about clothes.
But it was just weird the way the way your voice changed when you said it. Robb, you should have your own clothing.
You should.
I'd wear you like a rug.
Definitely did not say it like that.
Amanda said that so many times to me.
No, I said like smush my feet on you like a rug.
You said I'd make, quote, good skinnin's.
It's just this thing that Canadian girls say when they see a feller they like. I reckon.
There you go. It's a compliment.
I
Right.
just, okay.
Do you want to do the break, Rob?
Yeah, I would. Everyone, we are going to be back in just a few minutes. If you want to go out, grab a beverage. We hope to see you back here very shortly. Where the shenanigans will continue.
See you in 5.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I was just seeing how fast you'd run back to your chair.
Oh no, I've been here the entire time.
That was like the Flash.
I've been here the entire time.
Did not move.
Amanda?
The Invisible Woman.
That's bizarre.
Yeah,
Hold on one
right.
second. Amanda? Yeah. Show started.
Are we still doing that? You're such a brat here.
Amanda? Hello?
Such a brat.
Amanda?
Just waiting for him to come back. There we go.
Supplies. Supplies to see ya.
You okay?
I actually ran away to grab some of my dream catchers. I have a whole bunch
cool.
that I've just recently made. I got some of the new evil eye.
Very nice.
But I was going to say, if you send me your email address, Andy, I'll send you one out.
Oh, thank you.
Not your email address.
No, yeah, my
What a nice offer.
House where I live. Yeah. So
no, we just let our dogs out, so that was a little bit of a rush back. So
right, okay. So that's the EMF reader.
Okay.
K2 meter.
Right, right.
By XRC Lift.
Oh,
I'll put it
hello.
on, but it just because I've got the computer and everything running, it just lights up like a Christmas tree. But you can see it's got it tells you the energy field.
Right.
And it's got VPP and AVG, which I
Oh,
don't
those are
really
good.
understand what either of them are.
Yeah.
I did have a look online, but it didn't make any sense.
Robb actually created one. Created. What do you do? He made one. It's really cool. But the same thing, like I actually had to, people were like, well, what does that mean? I'm like,
yeah.
You should just be impressed that I have all these numbers, mister. But yeah, I did have to learn quite a bit.
So you
it's
still on the market?
Robb?
Yes, Amanda.
Are you here
with us?
Yeah. He's giving me trouble because I forget the name of it, and that's why he's pretending that he doesn't know what I'm talking about. The spiritualist, the Shazami, the piece of equipment that you invented.
Yeah, the Shazami.
I'm guessing it's not called that.
No, it's not.
Go on, Robb.
Robb said it. Oh.
Put the viewers out of misery.
I don't know. He's tired. He only turned 3 yesterday, so.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh, I thought I brought a doll in, but it looks like I left it out. But on my Facebook page, on the AQ page, I actually am going to put up another doll that we got, and I don't actually have any history on it. So if anyone in the audience is so inclined to give me their thoughts and feelings on her, we haven't done any EVP sessions or anything with her yet, but we probably will soon. But that would be really cool. I like it, being able to kind of create that community where we're able to get items in or share evidence, share what we're getting. And now that with Robb working really more on a metaphysical side, it's quite neat that we're getting a lot more, I don't know, kind of spiritual that way. I was a little bit, because I've always been more evidence and equipment based. I was like, oh gosh, he's bringing out the crystals. Here we go. But it's actually fascinating. It's such a cool journey to watch him go on, and it's and vicariously go on with him. So yeah, part of that has been acquiring quite a few haunted objects, and we've both always been, collectors. So it's so it's a different path, a different journey.
I was going to say, because you both, obviously, I'm friends with you both on Facebook. Are you both part of the Facebook group 12th Dimension? I think you are, aren't you?
I know I am. Rob, I think you are. Yes, Rob is. He's an old man when it comes to Facebook. So, if he's not, send him the link, and I'll steal his phone and accept it. No.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, if you want to share what you're talking about with the doll, if you want to share it onto the group,
yeah, that would be great.
And then I can share it to some of the other groups that I'm modding.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. We should do that for a few things. I see a cool collab going on there.
Oh, just message me. Just message me, and I'll put them on. I'll put them on, and then do it that way. Right. Next question then, because you were saying that you've got loads of weird stuff around the house. Do you ever take or acquire things that are haunted?
We do. Not? We do. Sometimes we just get them sent to us. On like kind of randomly, we actually had another doll sent to us, and then we do look out for things, or if we're in a location and people don't want something, we'll either remove it, and a lot of times that's my dog in the background.
Yeah.
Rob's confused, but so we have a few Ouija boards that were taken from investigations, not by us, but given to us after. We have Rob, actually, in the beginning of our relationship, very, very sweet. He bought me a few haunted dolls and a few haunted items off of different auction sites, which I think some girls would be like, huh? Me? I was like, yes. Yeah. So we have quite a collection. Now, Rob has also started to collect on his own, just different items, and not so much trigger object as communication objects. Like if he can get an item that may have that energy communicating in a haunted location, kind of act as the viaduct of communication, let's say. Is that the right viaduct?
A link. Yeah,
exactly. So I kind of like, I think that's really cool. He had one. Do you still have her? You do still have her, don't you? He's being such a brat. Sorry, but he had one where I was up in Canada when I had my eye surgery and all that going on, and my eyes weren't 100% when I came back the first time, but I didn't really see her, and she was in the living room, and I came in and I was standing right by her and talking to Rob, and all of a sudden I just got the worst feeling up my spine. And it was like that bad energy, like that I don't like you energy, like who the hell is this? Like I was like, is that doll jealous of me? Should I be jealous of this doll? Like it was a really like a stink eye. It was a stink eye, and I made him move her because sometimes she was a jumper, and by jumper I mean if you're sleeping and dreaming, she could enter your dreams. And so she was jumping in, and Rob even said, just don't fall asleep in the same room as her. And she was in our living room, and I fall asleep in front of the TV like anyone. And I was like, so I'd almost be dozing off, and I'd be like, no, you gotta move her. So we had a few words about that, but now she has her new home.
Yeah, he's not put it in the bedroom, has he?
No, God, no. It's in the little boy's room. I think, Rob, you have her there. Yes.
Yeah. Does it not freak you out though, having all these around the house?
No, because we've actually, well, really, it was Rob that adopted his little room, his office. We call it the little boys' room. My office is called the little girls' room, because this is where we saw a little girl. So that's where we get the names from. But the little boys' room has all that energy. We have protection around the door. We have protection throughout our house. There are certain items in his office that we will not use without smudging him fully before he comes out of the room. Like I'm sitting there waiting for him, like, and I'll be on the other side of it, like he's in there alone. I was in the room with him during one investigation of an item, and he used one particular tool, let's say, and the very next day I woke up almost blind again. And we've talked about like what we do and where we go, and aren't such a brat. We've talked about this so much about it. Are we actually welcoming things in? Because usually you do take breaks, and it's almost like if you have a family, if you have a different job, those are sometimes very welcome, and not sometimes welcome, but like sometimes very necessary breaks that you all of a sudden you have to stop thinking about that. We're going to think about work. We're going to think about our family. We're going to have fun with our kids. We're going to, go to the swimming pool, things like that. And we don't really have that. Because we are each other's people. We are each other's everything. And do we talk paranormal all the time? No, but we sometimes worry that the amount that we bring in, is that affecting our health? We've both had a really hard year that way. So it's interesting. So, oh God, he's bored. But yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. This is for both of you. Do you ever sit there, just sat there chatting and just think, do you know what? I'm done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. Have you ever had that discussion where you just think, I don't want to do it anymore? I just want a normal life as possible, like anyone else.
Yeah.
Amanda, would you like to go first?
Rob, would you like to actually go?
Sure. I have a answer, and Andy, a question for you. My answer is, do I ever receive my breakfast? It might be 2 minutes late, and then I look and the toast is burnt. Do I ever want to say, that's it, it's time to call it quits? Sure. Who doesn't? But you got to keep pushing forward. And then the question part of it is, Andy, do you ever get told that if someone's not looking, that you sound exactly like Carl Pilkington?
I've been told that sounds similar, but we are from the same area.
I need to Google this one. Sorry.
He did Ricky Gervais.
Oh, okay.
Ricky Gervais show podcast. It was on CBS or Fox.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I used to watch that pretty much. It used to be on like it's stupid o'clock in the morning.
I was Googling him like as if you were going to look like him. No, he said sound like him.
But
these are important lessons.
So when Rob was on last time, a couple of people said he looked like. Now I'd take this as a compliment.
Greasy Steven Seagal.
No, a younger version of Ricky Gervais.
That's
He didn't have the Hulk Hogan going on at the time. It was just more.
In the lighting, normal. It almost looks like you're a one Hulk and one Hogan.
Also, Amanda, there was a movie called The Craft. Fairuza Balk. She was also in American History X. A lot of movies. She's like
also from Vancouver.
Is she? That is incredible.
Yeah.
I felt that An Idiot Abroad season 3 really crashed and burned.
What is that?
The one with Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
It
wasn't
didn't
keen on
work.
that one.
It wasn't
No.
funny. They had run it into the ground. It was bad.
I've actually got DVD. I've got the DVD up there. Give me 1 second.
Of Idiot Abroad? Is that the story of your ghost hunting adventures?
We're still alive, Amanda.
Oh. I thought.
So
Oh. That looks fun. That could be the three of us.
yeah.
Uh,
I want to be the one with like which one do I want to be? Oh, I
So
think I
the
want to be
whole-
the tall guy. I mean the top guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Stephen Merchant.
hmm
The one in the middle with what looks like he's got a nappy on his head. That's the one that Rob said I sound like.
Okay. So Rob's
And
the
the
one.
one at
And
the
Rob's wearing the
bottom-
same shirt.
And the one at the bottom, that's Rob.
Yeah.
Rob Gervais.
Wow. Who knew?
So there we
This is
go.
amazing. We're still watching that.
Yeah, it's on I think it's on Netflix.
well, Amanda introduced me to, I guess, some strange kind of Amazon Fire Stick that you can watch whatever you want. So
Except for crappy shows. So that's how we know if a show is crappy, is we can't find it on our Fire Sticky thing.
right.
like Kesha. Ooh.
What did we find it?
Like what?
We couldn't find it. We couldn't find Kesha. Could we?
No,
No.
not heard of that.
Oh, it's
But do you know the artist?
The singer.
Yeah.
She had a
Yeah.
paranormal TV show.
Oh,
It's
I heard
called
about
Conjuring
that.
Kesha. Yeah.
Didn't it like not work very well?
Yes. It did not
That's a
I was
nice
trying to
way
find
of
a
saying
polite
it.
way of saying
Oh.
crash and burn.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Mhm. But hey, good for you for trying, right?
Why not?
Why not?
There's only one way to find out.
Mhm.
Doing it.
Do I
Okay.
suck? Let's go on national TV and find out. They will
Yeah.
you in an
And if you do,
instant.
I'll never show your face again.
Exactly.
That's what happened
Right.
to RuPaul.
Is it?
What?
I'm pretty sure RuPaul's doing pretty good.
Yep.
Do you not watch RuPaul Drag Race? I've heard about it. I've never actually seen it.
So I
Nor
was a
have
big
I.
fan of RuPaul, and I actually bought tickets to go see RuPaul. I thought, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was like RuPaul's Drag Race, so it was just the contestants of RuPaul.
Ah,
And I
right.
had a few too many pre-drinks, let's say, before I went. And I went. I was like so traumatized because there's just these humongously gorgeous women yelling at me like all the time, and no RuPaul.
Not good.
Not good, not
I
good. I mean, it was
said
very, very
Steven
entertaining, but
Seagal.
I didn't know that I was going in for a night of drama. Like they just fight and fight and fight and fight and fight and fight and look amazing doing it though. So
Oh.
that's why I got into paranormal. Thank you, RuPaul.
What? I don't get the link. No.
No, because like Drag Race was too scary for me. So
Right,
Yeah.
got you. Sorry you had to explain it.
yeah,
Do
I know.
apologize.
Oh no, I'm gonna hear about this all night.
No, I'm just.
Right.
When did that come out?
What?
When did the show come out?
I don't know. When did I go to that show? I would
No,
say
RuPaul Drag Race.
Oh, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
So
Even
Amanda,
longer,
you've been in
like
the
10 years.
paranormal for like 5-6 years.
okay, fine, I lied.
So you've never been in the paranormal.
I've been in the paranormal a long time. But I
So you
also
don't like RuPaul.
that's not true. I love RuPaul. I just thought that maybe I would take a turn and my new hobby would be doing drag. And then I went to the RuPaul thing. I said, no, my hobby is cemented in paranormal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Cool.
Good choice.
Andy just shut you down.
Sorry, I didn't. I'm trying to
It
help.
doesn't make sense what I'm saying.
Right, I've got a question for you both.
Woo!
What?
All right, Amanda. Fantastic.
What got you both? What was the initial thing that got you into the paranormal? What was that like life-changing key moment that you thought, do you know what? This is what I want to do now?
Rob?
I mean, I've from the time I was in 3rd grade, I was writing in my journal that I was gonna go look for the Loch Ness monster and ghosts and Bigfoot. My mom was kind of real new agey, so there was books around the house, and so from a very young age. I know that there's some question in the chat whether this Amanda's version of the story will end with, so that's how I got a new hat, or, Japan? So Amanda, how did you get started in the paranormal?
Japan. And that's where I got my new hat. So there. No, I got involved in the paranormal. I don't even know when or where or why, honestly.
All right. Thank you very much, Amanda. Andy, back to you.
Yeah. Do you want another question?
Oh, never invite us to your dinner parties.
I'll invite you. Just leave him there. Leave him in his big comfy chair or on the floor next to it by the looks of it. It'll be okay.
Oh, there you are.
Were you looking for me now? All right, next question.
Right, so this is a double question. So I'll do them both together because they're from the same person. So these are both from Nellie Kelly. First part of the question is, do you prefer investigating together or separately? And the second part of the question is, would Rob ever consider doing a debunking show?
I would say for part 1, is she hot? So, and then,
What?
Do you prefer investigating together or on your own?
And right. And so my question is for this scenario, is she hot?
Well,
not the person who put down the question, like the person that we're investigating together or apart.
Right. So you and Amanda, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you prefer to investigate as a couple or go out on your own? Or is it a bit of both?
Look, we're open. No, I will say
slow Friday night.
I enjoy both. I think I prefer investigating with Rob because usually when we're investigating well, no, I don't know. Rob, yes, I prefer investigating with Rob because if it's just Rob and I investigating, then I know that he's really truly investigating. The one thing about Rob is, he's a complete jackass and he thinks he's so funny. But like when he's serious, he's like super serious. Like it's ridiculous. But he doesn't get a chance to investigate a lot because a lot of times we'll go out with groups or we'll go out, it's an event or what have you. And people are more worried about investigating with Rob or showing Rob their new flashy thing rather than letting him actually investigate. He's like laughing. I don't know. But look at him right now, and I'm trying to explain something. So yes, I also prefer investigating separately because it's not all about Rob. I can actually do my thing. I can be cute and investigate without this jackass. I don't know if he's above me in your guys'.
That's right.
So
directly above you.
The other question is, he would love to do it, but he's really finicky about his name spelling.
It's double B, isn't it?
So he will debunk that in a second. No, I'm just kidding. Rob, you can actually answer the question for you. by yourself?
No, I have no plans for TV. Leave that to the kids out there.
So if a production company came up to you and said, "Look, Rob, with 2Bs, would you consider doing a debunking show? Would you be up for it?" I don't
No.
mean like not outing
I
people.
wouldn't. I think that's, one of the networks tried a debunking show and it doesn't work, because when you debunk everything, then the people, half the audience, let's just say half the audience say, "See, we knew it. It was all BS." And the other half tuned in to see something spooky and they hate it because they're not getting any returns. So I don't think a pure debunking show would really work. Nor would I really, it's too easy. It's a lot more difficult to prove the paranormal than to just sit around debunking everything.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Right.
I think too, there's a new, like we actually were talking about this a couple of days ago. Like there's this new fandangled thing where it's like if you do debunk or you do say, "Come on," you're also a hater, or you're like, "We don't like those negative people in the paranormal." It's like, no, this is a real thing. Like, this is what we're passionate about, and just because we're saying that is garbage, what you're producing sometimes, you're a hater and you're jealous, or you're just like we're supposed to be nice to everyone. We're supposed to say that everything is it's distracting and it's stupid, because it's like paranormal entertainment is not the same as paranormal investigation.
No.
If you can find a good marriage of the two, then yeah, let's do it. But unfortunately, to do a debunking show, you would be called a hater and a negative Nancy, as Rob likes to say.
Yeah, you can see he's thinking that.
He is thinking. He's thinking hard.
Definitely.
He'll probably back with us in 2 minutes. Takes him a while.
No, I was just going to say, the amount of hours, because I always do, well, most of the investigations I do them live, because then what you see is what you get. And I'm too lazy to do all the editing. It just, because I do it all on my own, it takes so much time consuming because I work full time as well. So it'd be impossible to do it as often as I do. So the amount of hours of live streaming while we're out investigating, of capturing stuff, you probably fit it in 10 minutes. There's more, because it's like anything between an hour and a half and 2 hours each live stream, and most of them we don't get anything. But then you'll see a lot of these others on YouTube where they'll go to the same place every week and they're always getting something, and they're always getting something different.
It's always
it just doesn't happen.
It's very true.
People believe it though, and that's the frustrating part about it. It's so it winds me up. It really does.
Well, it's even like if you had a live stream or you just had cameras on you following you in an investigation, that, and you're doing it 100%, like 100% valid. They're going to take out of that, like 8-hour investigation, they're going to take 4 minutes of it, and 30 seconds of it is going to be you. So you can see how people are motivated to react and to have these demons come. Because it's screen time, right? So when it doesn't happen, then you got to turn into Rob and whatever Rob's doing now.
Yep.
We're going to watch 4 hours of that.
Did the one on Wednesday.
I was investigating once in Asia, and during the filming, having stomach difficulties, I had diarrhea, and I asked if I could use the bathroom, and they said the bathroom was quite far away.
Oh dear.
And so I said I really could not hold it, and they said okay. And when we got there, the gas station had a cement block with a hole in the ground and a trickling hose that was like dripping out.
It's nicer than what we have in this place.
No, it is not. Anyway, that is neither here nor there.
No. No, I was just going to say, I said on Wednesday, I think it was about an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 15. And that 8-second clip, probably another 20, 30 seconds on top of that, and that was it.
Mm.
A couple other little things here and there, but nothing you can actually say that was blah, blah, blah. We couldn't pinpoint that it was anything different. So, but it's frustrating when you get, like I said, you get these shows that just, like I was saying before, you know it's fake, but people are believing it. They just,
I just got a message.
My head in.
People adore your story about the bathrooms in Asia.
One thing I was also, well, go ahead, Andy.
That's right. I was just going to ask another question.
Please.
To you, Rob. So this is from Baby with a Laser, and he would like to know, even though he's done it wrong, but he's explained and he's apologised. Rob, spelt with 2 B's. Whilst watching you on Ghost Hunters, I always got the vibe you were uncomfortable with the show. Were you?
Yeah,
You were on
definitely in like
Ghostbusters?
the first 7 episodes.
He meant Ghost Hunters.
I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah. That's that.
Yeah, it was just uncomfortable being on camera at all. That, you know, it wasn't the rest of the team or the production. It was just awkward to be on camera all of a sudden. They don't you don't go take a course in how to be on camera.
No.
So yeah, but I mean, it was a good experience. The first, my friend actually did adult films, and he was telling me the first time he did it, they were handing out Viagra, and he said no because he was so much able later in his career to see that because he started at a lower point than everyone else, he didn't become desensitized till much later on. And as you both know, it's very difficult for male adult stars to really build a name for themselves to the point that they can get, you know, even anywhere near even with their female counterparts. So, I mean, that's something that we look at the paranormal, we look at the adult film entertainment world, and really take pointers from them. They have the same problems with drama, recruitment, not enough tissues, certainly. You know.
Rob, I have a question for you. Have you ever found that
go until the end of the show,
the paranormal and the adult film industry ever coming together?
Yeah, there was a short period of time, a couple of years, where they did This Ain't, and there was one called like This Ain't the Brady Bunch, This Ain't Scooby Doo, and they actually made a This Ain't Ghost Hunters, and here's a trivia question, but they only used one person from the show Ghost Hunters. Usually they have all the characters. They only use one character. Could anyone tell us their name in the film and their real life name? Anyone?
Not playing this game.
No
Anyone?
idea. I'll
No
guess
idea.
it. Brian. Don't know.
Okay, Andy is out. Amanda?
So this ain't Ghost Hunters?
This ain't Ghost Hunters, yes.
Okay.
Time is running out. Anyone in the chat?
No, I lost it. The only one that I was thinking about was the one of you and a certain other ghost hunter. Mr. ROBB.
I wasn't in porn.
But didn't they do one of you and another co-lead you had?
Oh, the mock-up one. No, that was Andy.
The other one was serious.
No, this was okay. I'm afraid time is up. It was Dave Tango.
Oh, Tango!
In the movie, he was Dave Wango.
I should have known
That's a bit of ghost trivia.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Ooh. Right, moving on.
Speaking of male porn stars, which male porn star was in the movie Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters?
When it what's he called? There's only one, isn't there?
Was there really?
Guy with long hair, little guy.
Old guy, old little fatty.
Pilkington.
No, shut up.
Okay,
What's he called?
Well, I'm talking about
Jeremy.
a place that you got great EVPs, Rob.
Ron
You're
Jeremy.
like obsessed. You're gonna go
Yes,
watch Ghostbusters
Andy,
for
it
the
is
porn
Ron
star.
Jeremy.
He's the only one I know.
Okay, let's, Amanda, this is for you. This will take you back in the day. Which former adult film star appeared on an MTV ghost hunting show? Amanda?
Tracy Lords?
That's correct. Good job.
Hey.
Thank you.
Well, we've got one last tiebreaker question.
Oh, God.
In the 1993 hit Dongomaniac.
Oh, no.
Many
No. You're not going there. Is it where I think you're going? Okay, let's get off this topic.
Right.
Okay, answer your question.
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 Right.
Question.
So this is from Craig. He's a good friend of Paranormal Pendle podcast. You'd be good to go on his. I'll
he
forward
never
you
asked us.
You'll be good on his.
Does he feel like he's better than me, or like he's more important, or
We're all better. Just face it.
It's just the attitude. Anyway, his question is, what makes me better than you three?
His question is, what are your views on shadow people?
Hazy.
You say crazy?
I said hazy.
Hazy.
I'm a big fan, Rob.
A fan of shadow people? I don't. What do you mean? What do you think they are? Are they spirits, interdimensional?
I think they're interdimensional myself. Whoa.
Interdimensional?
Yeah, just me was about recovering. At one point, I was kind of convinced myself that they could be some kind of like remote viewer or astral projectors that are like in like a twilight dimension that are not quite in our dimension and not quite in the next one, so you don't see the full form of whatever they are.
I like that. I like that better than my answer.
I've thought about that for quite a while. Yeah. So
show off. No.
And we had another question on Facebook. Knock knock.
Oh, not falling into that trap again.
No, Andy, it's to Andy.
Oh.
Andy? Well, they said it's knock knock Europe.
What?
Europe?
Who's that?
What do you mean?
We're not part of Europe, are we? We're out. We left. On a map, we're still there.
Yeah. Back to shadow people.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you think they are? I think it's like interdimensional, or maybe like caught in between the two worlds. Spirit world being my thought. But I always like look into the different shapes and sizes. And then also look at the different kind of happenings of it. Like for a while, I actually thought it was an imprint of, and it sounds crazy, and follow me with this, but I did think it was like an imprint of someone passing over or like crossing over to spirit world or part of their journey. Because you look at like shadow imprints, right? And you look at different, I don't know, like spiritual places that tragedies have happened and you still see imprints of that, or you still see that happening. Like not so much like something like Hiroshima, where you still see the people where they
Yeah. You see the
not like
shadows
that.
on
I
the
mean
ground.
more just like where it's like that repeat and that skip. Like I think that is, but I've also seen them being very like they do interact. They do see that you see them. They do jet
Yeah.
off. Like it's like okay, so then that doesn't really play for what my original thought was, because it's like
But well, then people say that without a shadow, you don't have a soul. So obviously, like vampires, they don't cast a shadow or a reflection because they have no soul. So could the shadow be some linkage to the body's soul, and that's what you're seeing? So you can't actually see the physical soul, so you see
Right.
a shadow of it.
Right. Yeah, and I because you think shadow people do not come in just one shape and form as well. That's the other
No.
thing. Is like it's very much little people, and then the large ones, and the ones that come to us in our dreams, the ones that come during sleep and such. So yes, I like it could be souls of many different beings.
Yes. What about the Hat Man?
Hat Man, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Just because I also think about the way that we view it. And I'm a dreamer and I dream like crazy. I went through like debilitating nightmares when I was younger, through my teenage years. And it's like all very trauma based, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I had to teach myself to dream. I had to teach myself to control my dreams and be able to travel within my dreams. And that Hat Man was so integral and such an amazing part of it. And do I believe that I don't know what I believe, but I it's interesting what our brains will tell us, and it's interesting what our subconscious will tell us. And it's like maybe the Hat Man's just part of ourselves. And now I'm making my hair even messier because I'm getting all which way? Okay, I'm now looking at myself. So
it's funny, Andy, you mentioned vampires, and as you said that, I was reading Vampire magazine. And as I was skimming through it, I noticed, Amanda, are you in this magazine about vampires?
Why, yes, I am, Rob.
Could you tell us about
that? Yes, actually, I was invited to be part of an article about vampires and werewolves, and who I thought would win in the ultimate battle, a vampire or a werewolf.
Yeah.
Being that it was in a vampire magazine, I probably should have gone team vampire.
I'm guessing with that you didn't.
Yeah. So lesson learned.
Oh dear, Rob.
Rob, are there any other interesting magazines you've seen lately? Oh yeah, totally set you up for that.
I'm sure I seen a couple earlier on before we went live.
There was some fantastic articles in the new quarterly from Coins and Stamps Collectibles. That just came in the mail, so we always know that's an exciting day.
Rob, have you ever been on the cover of a magazine?
No, I have not.
Not even Vogue.
No.
Glamour, Cosmopolitan.
That'd be.
I don't know where you this.
Holding his glass.
Yes.
Champagne.
Perhaps it was the Beano annual.
Yeah. Well,
quit.
I think he's right with the first one. Oh, so glad I'm not cutting any of this out.
Oh crap! My phone's gonna die too.
You probably should have plugged it in.
It is.
Do you need a charger? Some of us
is plugged in. There's no power coming from it.
Some of us are prepared.
No, this used up my battery.
Well, we've only
100%
got
here.
a couple of questions left.
Mhm.
All right, let's truck them through.
So this is for both of you. This is from Nellie Kelly again. Do you feel you have ever brought anything negative back with you from an investigation which caused issues for you?
Yes, once in the Middle East.
Can you talk about it?
Not in a lot of detail, because it's not just frowned upon, it is illegal where this transpired, but
Right.
that was in search of the illustrious Jinn, and something started happening in my home. Saw shadow figures. I watched a name write itself, scratch itself into my skin. But that is the only time. So most haunted countries, or most haunted locations in 50 plus countries, one time for a minor, inconvenience isn't bad.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, for me, I think the last time I was on your show, I shared a story about just a situation where I was terrified, and it was a very kind of cultural experience for me,
Yeah.
And Sasquatch was involved, and another traditional being who I don't mention the name of,
Right.
but does travel through waterways and is very a part of that transition and the spirit world. I've never been more terrified in my life, and it took me about 2-3 years to get through that.
Yeah.
And I think it did affect my life and my
I need the charger.
Do you need the charger? Here.
It's
We live
cave.
together. Apparently, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. There. So yeah, I think that really affected me. Another situation for both of us is being in a home that is very active. We lived in a home that was incredibly active, and a lot of activity, like banging on the walls, musical instruments going off. And
Really?
it was around the same time that both of our health just took a nosedive, and really made us kind of check our own realities. So I always say that when it comes to attachments, yes,
Yeah.
yes, it happens. Yes, it's very real. It's very real. But they don't stay with you. The majority of the time, they will go, so do a good cleansing, do a good protection, have a bath. Baths are amazing. But they're very real. They're very real.
Yes.
And if you are in a situation where you feel that there's something, then reach out to someone who you can talk to, because that's the other thing, is sometimes we don't have those people that we can just go to work and be like, well, I was at a graveyard last night and this bad thing came
Yeah.
back with me. Like, don't feel that you're crazy. Just reach out and get rid of it,
Yeah.
because it's not worth your health, it's not worth your
No.
relationships, and it's not worth your own mental well-being.
No. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, along that same line, Amanda, we had some quotes from an interview that we encountered, came across from you. If you just want to comment or give us some context, we do things differently.
So that was in regards to Indigenous investigators, and whether or not we do things differently. And my answer, as Rob pointed out, was we do things differently.
Do.
I don't know why I can't stop saying do like everything I say. So thank you
I
for
think
that,
everyone
Rob.
says it like that.
Yeah.
We have another one here. If I just take a look, you had said, I believe it's you, thermal cameras, they're not just for finding dead bodies anymore.
That was not
What
me.
does that mean?
That was not me.
Okay, I have it down as you.
No, that one was not me.
What does that mean, though?
Well, I believe that what the individual is trying to say is you can find live animals if you take it when you go squatching. It's very helpful because you can see if there is a bear in the woods, if there's rodents around, if you're in a an old mansion. It's not just finding ghosts. I think is what the goal is to say, not dead bodies. But you probably could find a dead body or not. Because if they're alive, they'd show up on the thermal.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
So pretty
That's
brilliant.
neat. Okay.
I think I'm going to call Fleer and tell them we have a new marketing campaign for them.
Yeah.
Next,
have you ever used the ones that plug into your phone, the FLIRs? Are they any good?
They are. Rob, you had one.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're good. They're good, and they're more like kind of apt to what we're doing. Like we had like a handheld one that was just like, it was ridiculous. I mean, we could if we had a factory and we had we're smelting stuff or something, we could get that temperature. There's no need for that in ghost hunting.
You don't need that much detail.
Yeah, get something that's more what you need. Don't spend all the money.
Close by.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at getting one. I was looking at the reviews and I was like, is it a waste of money? Because they're not expensive, but they're not cheap.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. If money's a little tight, that would not be high up on my list. It's more for debunking than finding much of anything.
Yeah, it's more for when we go like some of the places we go like in the woods, like forests and that. And I suppose it'd be more for like finding our way around than anything else. Or if there's, like I said, if we heard a noise, like the other night we heard this noise and worked out it was a hedgehog. Because you get used to the animal noises, don't you?
We don't get hedgehogs just meandering around here.
Do you not?
No.
Oh,
Rob, can we go there?
I've been.
I've been too, but I never went hedgehog hunting.
They're full of fleas.
I've been many times.
Yeah, so you can have them if you want them.
They're not fun over there?
Sorry?
Oh. Do they ride roller skates?
No, you see more roadkill of them than anything
else. I can't go.
Same with badgers. I've only ever seen 4 or 5 badgers live running in real life.
Ooh.
I've seen hundreds at the side of the road.
I've never seen a real live armadillo, but I've seen like 4 or 5 like ones on the side of the road. Like So yeah, I bet you've never seen a real live armadillo, like in the live.
In a zoo, that's about it.
Yeah, back to the zoo, full circle.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, we have one more question, and this is for Amanda from Bim Jim, and he would like to know, Amanda, are spirit animals ghosts? Question mark.
I'm fighting with my hair. I think that I look like Marty McFly's dad or something here. I never keep my hair looking nice, but are spirit animals ghosts? Yes and no. I'm going to say that depending what you mean by spirit animals. Like if it's like you have, like I have seen like cats, I've seen dogs, I've seen half a horse outside my house once. I've seen animals that are part of the spirit world. Now, I think that the term spirit animal can be confused a lot of times with native culture, let's say, which that it's completely different, and it can be quite controversial over on this side in America, in Canada, of what a spirit animal is, or if we claim our spirit or totem animals, what that means. But are there spirits that are animals? Yes. Are there spirits that are inhuman? Of course there are. And in our wilderness, like it's amazing what is actually out there traditionally and actually as a ghost. Yes. Yeah. I hope that, did we lose him?
Yeah, I think we've got a
Oh,
great. We had
I
a
was-
great shot of him then as well. I was just about to do a screenshot and he went.
Yeah. So like I just decided
Where the
to
fuck's my
no.
dinner?
Oh God! I just decided to grow my bangs out, so I'm very distracted.
All right.
Like, anyway, the women understand, or maybe.
No, I know what you mean.
But yeah. So I think that's a great question, and I think it's it would take. I mean, we could do a whole podcast on that alone.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you want to do that on
Look at
air,
me inviting myself back.
you are more than welcome. You just don't tell Rob.
I know.
Is he there?
He's
there.
somewhere. I can hear. He's probably going to let the dogs out soon.
Lurking around. Yeah. So I was saying earlier about Pendle podcast. Guy called Craig.
Mhm.
He is more than happy for you guys to go on there.
Okay, that'd be fun
Oh.
for sure.
I'll send you his details over,
Hmm.
and I'll send yours to him, and then you guys can sort out between you.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'd be
Cool.
delighted to.
Yes,
And
but
Rob
if you
will
would,
just be dragged along.
Boy, is he talking to that Carl Pilkington?
he's such. He nearly made me swear then. Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my! I'm the
Craig-
shadow
Craig
person at my
just-
door.
There you go. So he's just thumbed up it. Thumbs. Yeah, he's put his thumb up anyway. There.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, send me a friend request or I don't know, join my cult. Find me.
Yeah. Well, Craig's in the group anyway, so
Okay.
I'll send you his,
Mhm.
and I'll send you his and his yours, and then you guys sort out between you.
Yeah.
He said just Amanda. Sorry, Rob. There's no invite.
Yeah, he doesn't understand why I get more requests than him now. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no, I was going to say, if you want to come back on, could you do not the exact date, but would you be available on a Wednesday in either September or October?
Yes. As long as we could confirm the date, if it was in October very soon, because my October gets
Halloween.
yeah, but September should be absolutely fine. But like I said, just as long as we confirm the dates first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I was just thinking we could do it as just a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's so much fun, and especially, I mean, 'tis the season then. So
yeah, cool.
Mhm.
Right. Oh wait. Grace just put. I'm planning on starting up the podcast again, so I'd love to have you guys on. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and Craig's dead easy going. I did some work with Craig last year.
Mhm.
We did some filming for Amazon Prime,
Okay.
and it was supposed to be out in May, and we are still waiting to find out what's actually going on. So
It's always that.
it's
hurry up and
very, very long-winded.
Mhm.
Yeah, can't go into detail, but it's taking forever.
Isn't that the funniest, like, little, like, tightrope walk? It's like, well, I can tell you this, but I can't tell you anything.
Yeah. Can't even tell you the name of the show.
Stay
Nothing.
tuned.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Mhm.
Bim Jim has just put up quickly before we finish. I'm not with you on territory to the shashal. I mean spirit animal as they define it. Shishal?
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's talking about just some of the territory up in BC and in Canada.
Right.
I think that I mean, I'll just do that really quickly, but that is like it's more legend and tradition, and it's an absolutely beautiful culture, and I've been blessed to be able to kind of take my journey through that a bit. Oh, thank you, Rob. You didn't show the magazines, so no, you're on timeout.
Yep. Yes. Right. So we are going to end it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us and putting up with us.
Thank you, Rob, wherever you are, somewhere.
Rob, he says thank you. Oh, he wants to show my Willie Jack picture. For anyone who hasn't seen, well, you probably don't have. This is from Reservation Dogs. That's Willie Jack. And yeah. Oh no. Okay. Quick wrap up.
Yes. Right. So we're gonna go. Thank you so much for coming on. I'll send all them details across to you. I'll do it once I've done the editing to this. And yeah, we'll sort out coming back on in September. I think September would work better for you, wouldn't it?
Either or, as long as I know probably in the next little bit.
Yeah, I'll go through, see what I've got, and we'll go through the date. So thank you both so much for coming on. Thank you, Rob, for making me laugh and just just being you. So
yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely amazing.
Rob, do you want to say goodbye?
Next, on Wednesday, I'll just do a quick of who I've got coming on Wednesday. So I've got Nicole Shivatoni. She's a paranormal investigator. She's coming on Wednesday. And then I've got Nigel Wright coming on Friday. And then the following week, I've got Kaz Clark and Gary Jones of the Penturch UFO incident in Wales. So that's it. And does he give you something to show me or show everyone?
Yes, he's given me his lovely, he has an autograph collection that he wants me to start collecting. So he's wanting me to show off my latest and greatest.
Cool.
Yeah, we've seen them all. Thank you so much for having us. And
no, thank you for coming on. So I'm going to go. And if you guys can hang about for a couple of minutes afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, perfect. Right. Thank you, everyone, for watching and joining. Everyone that listens on the podcast, thank you for subbing on there. You can become a member of the YouTube channel, and please do keep subscribing and checking your subscriptions, because for some reason YouTube keep unsubscribing people from the show. So not just on this one, but on all of them. So have a great weekend, everyone, and speak to you soon. Take care and goodbye.